Hey and welcome to the daily Arsenal News show. Let's begin with our daily news. Sky Sports journalist offers Folarin Balogun exit latest as Inter Milan loom. Arsenal forward Folarin Balogun could be heading for the exit door at the Emirates this summer. Balogun enjoyed a superb spell in League One last season. He is highly rated at Arsenal, and Mikel Arteta even convinced him to sign fresh terms not so long ago. However, after such a stellar campaign in 22-23, other clubs are keen, and according to Sky Sports Darmstadt, Inter Milan are looking to take Balogun from Arsenal. Of course, news of interest from Milan is nothing brand new when it comes to Balogun. The Italian giants have already both been credited with having an admiration of Balogun. However, Sheth took to Twitter last night to provide an update on the proceedings with Balogun, and in doing so, he confirmed that an approach from Inter Milan is expected in the coming days. Balogun is not expected to be at the forefront of Mikel Arteta's plans next season. Gabriel Jesus remains the main option at number 9, with Edin Ketia further along in his development than Balogun. Further, Arteta has also experimented with the likes of Martinelli and Trossard down the middle. Arsenal could look to use any funds from the frightening Balogun sale to help them sign Declan Rise and Kai Havertz. Balogun needs the move, and Arsenal needs the funds. So, with that in mind, if Inter make a decent enough cash offer here, then the Gunners should accept. It's good for all parties, really. Balogun moves to a top club in Europe. Meanwhile, Arsenal get money to go towards signings they hope will be game changing. This is a huge summer for Arsenal right now. They need to get all aspects of their recruitment and player exit right. And as it stands, allowing Folarin Balogun to leave for Inter Milan seems like sensible business. Agent pushes for Arsenal switch after Barcelona problems. As the summer transfer window season heats up, Ruben Neves, the Wolverhampton Wanderers midfielder, might find himself sporting an Arsenal shirt if his agent Jorge Mendes' plans succeed. Amidst all the speculation, one thing is certain: Neves' aspiration is to play in the Champions League next season, but it's unlikely to be at Arsenal unless other deals fall through. Jorge Mendes, agent of Wolverhampton Wanderers midfielder Ruben Neves, is reportedly eager to facilitate a transfer for his client. With Neves' aspirations of playing in the Champions League next season, Arsenal emerge as a possible destination. At 26, Neves seeks new challenges, expressing a keen desire to depart Wolves this summer. His current contract with the Wolves runs until June 2024, providing a window of opportunity for a potential transfer. With the aim of keeping Neves in the top tier of European football, Mendes has been exploring potential destinations, leading him back to Arsenal's doorstep. Initially, Barcelona appeared a viable option, with Mendes proposing an ambitious plan for a swap deal between Neves and Barcelona's young star Ansu Fati, another client of Mendes. At one point, it was reported that this deal was done and Neves had agreed a 4-year deal with the Catalan side. However, this plan has stumbled due to several obstacles, despite being unwanted at Barcelona by boss Xavi. Fati, 20-year-old, has shown no interest in trading Spain for the Midlands. Furthermore, Barcelona's financial constraints make it impossible to acquire Neves without an option for a player exchange. While Mendes is looking to ignite interest from previous potential suitors such as Arsenal, the Gunners have moved on to other targets. Arsenal are close to completing a £100 million plus add-ons deal for West Ham's midfielder Declan Rise, while Brighton's Moses Caicedo is also being eyed. This development leave any potential Neves move to Arsenal unlikely. Arsenal now the most likely club to sign a 23-year-old attacker. Musa Diabi has been touted as a target for Arsenal for quite some time. Indeed, the Gunners' interest in Diaby has been reported for over 12 months now, and it looks as though the North London club could be about to make their move. According to L'Equipe, Arsenal are now in pole position to go and sign Diaby this summer. This is an exciting update to say the least. Diaby has been ripping it up in the Bundesliga over the past 2 years. He grabbed a combined 42 goals and assists over the past 2 seasons, and to say that he suits Arsenal's style would be an understatement. A young, speedy left footer who loves to cut in from the right wing, Diaby is the perfect rotation option for Bukayo Saka. In an ideal world, of course, Saka would start every single game for Arsenal, but in an age where player welfare is so important as the game becomes more intense, it's vital that Saka isn't burned out too early and forced to play too many games at a young age. Arsenal want to compete on four fronts next season, and in order to do that, they need as much depth as they can possibly get. Diaby would be brilliant for Arsenal. Not only is he creative and clinical, but he is one of the fastest players in Europe. £70 million midfielder has now decided he wants to join Chelsea over Arsenal and Manchester United. Arsenal might be pressing ahead with their bid for Declan Rise, but it looks like they are drifting further away from Moses Caicedo. The Brighton midfielder has been constantly linked with a move to the Emirates ever since January. The Gunners bid huge money in the winter window, but were told no. Since then, reports have claimed that Brighton will demand £90 million to let Caicedo go, and according to the Daily Mail, it looks like Chelsea are going to be the ones who win the race. The Daily Mail reports how Caicedo has been nudged in the direction of Chelsea from his agent. Further, it's claimed that Caicedo now actually prefers a move to Stamford Bridge above all else, and that inside the club there is a confidence that Chelsea can get this over the line. Brighton will still look for that huge fee, but Chelsea are looking towards a fee of between 70 to 80 million pound rather than an initial 90 million pound valuation the Siglos held. Caicedo's name has gradually drifted away from the Arsenal discussion in recent weeks. Indeed, it was only this week that report claimed that the Gunners have now actually dropped their interest. Chelsea then appear to have a clear run at this one. You do get the feeling Caicedo might have been used as a bit of a smokescreen here by Arsenal to ensure they get Rice. They will have known all along that Chelsea will have been in the mix, and at the end of the day, the Gunners would rather have Rice than Caicedo right now. For Chelsea, Caicedo should still be a good player, but Declan Rice is a guaranteed hit for the Gunners, and even at £100 million plus, it will probably be money well spent. Spurs are also taking an interest in incredible Gunners target. Romeo Lavia has been linked with some of the biggest clubs in the Premier League in recent weeks. Chelsea and Arsenal have had the strongest links with Lavia lately, while Manchester City's buyback clause is also a point of discussion. However, according to Ben Jacobs, Tottenham are also keeping tabs on this situation. Speaking on Last Word on Spurs, Jacobs has noted that Spurs are also keen on Lavia, even if he is more associated with a move to Arsenal these days. Jacobs shared what he knows about the incredible teenage sensation. He said, Romeo Lavia is another name as well, more associated with Arsenal or potentially Chelsea, but Spurs are well aware of his situation. I don't think Sufyan Mrabat will end up at Spurs though. This could be one of the transfer battles of the summer. Make no mistake about it, the narrative of this transfer window will be almost entirely built around the movement of midfielders. Declan Rice, Alexis McAllister, Mason Mount, Moses Caicedo, and Romeo Lavia are all key pawns in this huge game of transfer chess, and Lavia could be one of the most vital pieces of this puzzle. With the Spurs, Arsenal, Chelsea, and City all potentially in for Lavia, this could be a transfer battle, the likes of which we haven't seen for quite some time. Where Lavia ends up remains to be seen, but it looks hugely unlikely that he will be playing for Southampton for much longer. Parlour concerned with what he is hearing about Arsenal transfer bid. Former Arsenal midfielder Parlour has admitted he has some concerns when it comes to the Gunners signing Declan Rise this summer. Rice is the number one target in midfield for the Gunners. A bid has already gone in and been rejected by West Ham, but another offer is expected soon. Arsenal are believed to be Rice's preferred destination. However, there is other interest, and Manchester City have emerged in recent days as serious contenders. And speaking on Talksport this morning, former midfielder Parlour believes Arsenal have a real issue if City do ramp up their interest. Speaking on Talksport this morning, Parlour admitted that while he believes Arsenal are doing their best to sign Rice, he has concerns over City's interest. He said, "It sounds like they want to pay yearly, whereas West Ham have got to replace Declan and maybe buy two players with the money, so that's where there is probably been a stumbling block. If Arsenal want this player, they have got to pull all the stops out to get him. He'd be a perfect replacement for Xhaka. You have just got to get the deal over the line. I am sure Edu and Mikel are working really hard to get it done, but if Man City do come knocking, then you have got a real problem, a dilemma there from Declan's point of view. Rice is expected to fetch more than £100 million into the club for West Ham, likely making him English football's most expensive player. This is a crunch time for Arsenal. They have got to get this sorted, as Parlour says, and if it means paying a bit more upfront or quicker than they want, so be it. The thought of losing Rice now to Man City would sting immensely for everyone at Arsenal. Rice clearly fancies the move, but if Arsenal let City touch base and Guardiola has a word, then things can quickly change, and it would be a devastating blow for the Gunners. Arsenal is still keen on 32-year-old Manchester City treble winner as potential bidders withdraw from race. Arsenal remains hopeful they can lure Ilkay Gundogan to the Emirates in this transfer window as he prepares to leave Manchester City as a free agent. The German has been one of the finest players in the world in the last few weeks and would be sought after in this transfer window. He seems reluctant to extend his stay at City and probably wants to leave when the ovation is the loudest. This has encouraged Arsenal to show an interest in his signature, and the Gunners have been pursuing a move for him in the last week. Mikel Arteta is eager for him to become the latest player to swap the Etihad for the Emirates, but there is serious competition for his signature. Barcelona has been named as the favourite. He is also wanted by his former club Borussia Dortmund. Ilkay Gundogan is a man in demand. Man City's captain might be on the wrong side of 30, but his importance to the squad isn't any question. Bild suggests that Arsenal remain in the race for the German international and may feel they have a clearer run at trying to persuade the player to remain in the English top flight after it was revealed that Gundogan's former club, Borussia Dortmund, had pulled out of the race to sign him. Gundogan would be a key player for us, but this transfer is tricky to pull off because he might want to leave England. The German has won several trophies at City, and joining another Premier League club might be a decision he struggles to make. Fabrizio Romano says talented player is so close to agreeing to join Arsenal now. Kai Havertz to Arsenal seems to be progressing very quickly. The German was linked with a move to the Emirates earlier this week, and it appears as though the Gunners are wasting no time on this deal. Indeed, according to Fabrizio Romano, speaking on his YouTube channel, Havertz and Arsenal already almost have an agreement on personal terms, and the only thing that seemingly needs doing now is the agreement with Chelsea over the fee. Romano shared what he knows about the talented Chelsea ace. He said, "About Arsenal, important information on Kai Havertz. From what I understand, Kai Havertz and his agent have given the green light to the contract proposal. He is prepared to say yes. 90% of the personal terms are agreed, so Kai Havertz is prepared to say yes to Arsenal. Arsenal and Chelsea are negotiating the starting request from Chelsea was 75 million pound. Arsenal will not pay that money, but sources believe Chelsea will be flexible on that one." This rumor has come from left field this week, but it looks as though Havertz could actually end up being Arsenal's first signing of the summer. Indeed, with the Declan Rise race hitting up and Arsenal's opening bid being rejected, that one seems to be stalling, while the Havertz move appears to be full steam ahead. The German has almost agreed personal terms with Arsenal, and as Romano says, Chelsea are willing to be flexible on the fee. This could be one that is all tied up very soon, and from out of nowhere, Havertz could be playing for Arsenal next season. This just goes to show how quickly the transfer window can get moving. I will be uploading daily Arsenal news, so keep your eyes on the channel and don't forget to like and subscribe. I appreciate your support. Peace out.